Now let's come to the multiple select questions. First question. Choose the correct set of options regarding the function f of x is equals to x square plus 6x plus 8. See, we have the function f of x is equals to x square plus 6x plus 8. Let's go through the options. Y is equals to minus 3 is the axis of symmetry. Let's find the axis of symmetry first. For any given function f of x is equals to ax square plus bx plus c, we have axis of symmetry at x is equals to minus b by 2a. Here b is 6 and a is 1. If we substitute that, we will get minus 6 by 2 times 1, which implies x is equals to minus 3 will be the axis of symmetry. So we can we can say that this is incorrect statement because it says y is equals to minus 3 is the axis of symmetry. Similarly, sixth option is also incorrect because it is not symmetric around x is equals to 3. It is symmetric around x is equals to minus 3. Now, let's get to the second option. Minus 2 and minus 4 are the zeros of the above function. So, in order to check whether those are zeros or not, we just substitute it. F of minus 2, we will get minus 2 square plus 6 times minus 2 plus 8, which gives us 4 minus 12 plus 8. If you simplify this, it gives us 0. Similarly, if you substitute minus 4 in place of x, we get minus 4 whole square plus 6 times minus 4 plus 8, which gives me 16 minus 24 plus 8. This also gives me 0. So, from this we can conclude that minus 2 and minus 4 are the zeros of the function, given function. So, this is true. The maximum value of the above function is minus 1. If we observe this quadratic equation as value of a is 1, which is positive. That means if we draw a rough diagram, that will be like an upward parabola. If the value of a is positive, it uses an upward parabola. If the value of a is negative, it uses the downward parabola. Maximum value of the above function will be infinite. If you substitute keep on increasing x to infinite, we will get f of x as infinite. So it is not minus 1. So we can it is easy, like there are zeros also. So 0 is greater than minus 1. So from that also we can neglect this. We can say that this option is incorrect. The next option says that slope of the function at minus 3 comma minus 1 is 0. Minus 3 comma, if we observe that minus 3 comma minus 1 will be the vertex point. Because it's minus 3, x is equals to minus 3 is the axis of symmetry. So vertex lies on the axis of symmetry. If you substitute minus 3 in the given quadratic equation, we get f of x is equals to minus 1, which implies that minus 3 comma minus 1 is the vertex of the given function. So we also know that the slope at the vertex will always be 0, irrespective of any quadratic function. So this option is true. Now, next option. 2x plus 6 is the slope of this curve at any given x. So we already know that if we have any quadratic function of the form ax square plus bx plus c, f of x is equals to ax square. In this form, the slope of f at any given x is 2ax plus b. Slope of f at any given x will be 2ax plus b. This we already know that. So in our case, the value of b is 6 and the value of a is 1. So the slope of f at any x of this curve will be 2 times 1 x plus 6, which is 2x plus 6. So this is true. So answer for our first question will be 2, 4, 5. second MSQ is a quadratic function f is such that its value decreases over the interval minus infinity to minus 2 and increases over the interval minus 2 to infinity. And f of 0 is equal to f of minus 4, which is equal to 23. Then f can be. Now, from the given information, we try to draw a rough diagram for a clear understanding. So, this will be a rough diagram. You can observe that from minus infinity to minus 2, the value of f of x is decreasing. And from minus 2 to infinity, the value of x is increasing. Also, the curve intersects y-axis at 0, 23 because when x is equals to 0, we have given that f of 0 is 23. So this is some sort of rough diagram. Let curve f be ax square plus bx plus c, where a comma b comma c belongs to here, any real. Let us suppose f of x. So we have given that f of 0 is 23. Let's substitute that. F of 0 is 23, which will be equal to, if you substitute 0 in this equation, we get a of 0 square plus b of 0 plus c. This is 0, this is 0, which implies the value of c is 23. The value of c should be 23. And we also given that f of minus 4 is also 23. If we see f of minus 4, a times minus 4 whole square plus b times minus 4 plus we already have c, value of c as 23. So f of minus 4 is also 23. So 23 equal to 16a minus 4b plus 23. If you simplify this, 4b equal to 16a, and which implies b is equals to 4a. So finally we got f of x in terms of a. F of x can be written as like this: ax square plus b is 4a, x plus c is 23. Now if you observe, this is an upward parabola. So the value of a should be greater than 0. Right? Now let's see the options. Now we have information that a should be greater than 0 and f of x should be of the form ax square plus 4ax plus 23. Also we have the value of b should be equal to 4a. Now let's see the first option. In the first option, we have the value of a is minus 3, which is less than 0. So we can rule out first option. It is incorrect. F cannot be this equation. So if you see the second option, we have value of a as 3, we have value of b as 12, which is 4 times 3, and the value of c as 23. So it satisfies all the conditions. So this can be true. And we have third option as 5 times x minus 2 whole square plus 3. If we simplify that, we get 5 times x square minus 4x plus 4 plus 3. If we further simplify this, 5x square minus 20x plus 23. If you observe this equation, the value of a is 5 and the value of b is minus 20. So b will not be equal to 4a. B will be equal to minus 4a. So this option is also incorrect. If you see the next option, if you expand this, we will get a plus here. So we will get 5x square plus 20x plus 23. So if we see, the value of a is 5, the value of b is 20, which is 4 times 5, and the value of c is 23. and the value of A is greater than 0, so it satisfies. So option 4 is correct. And option 5 is ax square plus 4ax plus 23. So f can be this with the given condition A greater than 0. That is what we got. So option 5 is also correct. Now coming to the option 6, ax square plus 4ax plus 23 and A is less than 0. So this is not the case. The value of A should be greater than 0. So this is incorrect. So answer to our second question will be 2, 4, 5. Question. Suppose one root of a quadratic equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 with a comma b comma c belongs to real numbers is 2 plus root 3. So we have given that one root of this quadratic equation as 2 plus root 3. Then choose the correct set of options. So first option says that there can be infinitely many such quadratic equations. Yes, this is true because we have given one root as 2 plus root 3. But we didn't know anything about the second root. Second root can be any real number k, and we can form a quadratic equation by saying x minus 2 plus root 3 times x minus k. This will be a quadratic equation. If we keep on changing this k, we will get different types of quadratic equations. So there can be infinitely many such quadratic equations is a correct option. So once option 1 is correct, option 2 says that there is no such quadratic equation. This is false. Just now we have seen that there can be infinitely many such quadratic equations. And next option says that there is a unique quadratic equation satisfying the property. This is also false. Option 4 says that x square minus 4x plus 1 is equal to 0 is one such quadratic equation. So to know whether this is true or not, let's just substitute 2 plus root 3 in the given quadratic equation. If you substitute 2 plus root 3 and calculate, we get that 2 plus root 3 whole square minus 4 times 2 plus root 3 plus 1, which will be equal to 4 plus 2 times root 3 plus 3 minus 8 minus 4 root 3 plus 1. So now if you further simplify this, 4 plus 4 root 3 plus 3 minus 8 minus 4 root 3 plus 1. 4 root 3 gets cancelled. 3 plus 1 plus 4 will be 8 and that 8 will be get cancelled. We will get 0. So 2 plus root 3 satisfies this equation. So we can say x square minus 4x plus 1 is equal to 0 has 2 plus root 3 as one of the root. So this can be true. Similar way, if we substitute 2 plus root 3 in this equation, we will not get the value as 0. So we can conclude that 2 plus root 3 is not a root of this equation, and this will be false. Next MSQ is, a company's profits are known to be dependent on the months of a year. The profit pattern in lakhs of rupees from January to December is P of x is equals to minus 2x square plus 25x. Here x represents the month number. That means x can take values x is equals to 1, 2, 3 and so on 12. On this basis, choose the correct option. So if we draw a rough diagram, we have that the value of A is minus 2. So this will be downward parabola, and if you observe the value of C is 0. So it passes through origin. So rough diagram for this will be like this, somewhat like this. So we are supposed to find the maximum profit. So if we see here, P of X takes values at X is equals to 1, 2, 3 and 12. So in between there won't be any month of 7.5 or 6.2. If you are talking about January, the value of X is 1. If you are talking about May, the value of X should be 5. So we can't talk between value of X and value of X is equals to 5 and value of X is equals to 6. In between we can't define any month which has 5.5. There is no month between May and June. So in that basis we calculate the maximum profit. So now let's calculate this. To find the vertex, first we find the vertex. Vertex will occur at X is equals to minus B by 2A. If you substitute the value of B, which is 25, and the value of A, which is minus 2, we get minus 25 by 2 times minus 2, which will be 6.25. That means the vertex will be at 6.25 comma, if you substitute X is equals to 2, X is equals to 6.25, we get 78.125. So vertex will be this, but there is no month which is 6.25. Either we have month at 6, which is June, or either we have month at X is equals to 7, which is July. So we can infer from this that either the profit should be at X is equals to 6 or at X is equals to 7. At X is equals to 6, f of X will be minus 2 times 6 square plus 25 times 6, which gives us simplifying 78. Similarly, f of 7 gives me minus 2 times 7 square plus 25 times 7, which when simplified we get the value of 77. So we can conclude that the value, the profit recorded in June is highest. So now let's see the options. The maximum profit in a month is rupees 78 lakhs. Yes, it is true. So the maximum profit in month June we got 78. And the next option, the maximum profit in a month is rupees 78.125. This is false because the 78.125 records at 6.25, but there is no month corresponding to this 6.25. So we are asked that the maximum profit in a month, so that corresponds to a month. So this will be false. And the maximum profit in a month is 77 lakhs. This is also false. The maximum profit is recorded in June. Yes, it is true because at X is equals to 6, it corresponds to June. The profit is in December is 144 lakhs. This is false because the maximum profit recorded in June is 78 lakhs and it will be here somewhere. X is equals to 6 and X is equals to 7 will be here. And if you further move X value towards right, the value keeps on decreasing. That means we can say that the value will be less than 77 only. So it cannot be 144 lakhs. This is false. So we have got some 2 correct choices. So none of this is also false. Now last MCQ. Raghav sells 2000 packets of bread for rupees 20,000 each day and makes a profit of rupees 4,000 per day. He finds that if the cost price increases by rupees X per packet, he can increase the selling price by rupees 2x per packet. However, when this price increases happen, he loses 200x of his customers. Choose the correct option. So we were given that Raghav sells 2000 packets of bread for 20,000 rupees each day. That means selling price will be equal to 20,000 by 2000, which is 10 rupees per packet. So our selling price will be 10 rupees. Now he makes a profit of rupees 4,000 per day. So we know that selling price minus cost price gives us the profit. We know selling price is 20,000 and the cost price we have to find it. We know that profit is 4,000. So from this we can get the cost price, which will be equal to 16,000 per day. So per day he sells 2,000 and the cost price is 60,000. So the cost price per packet will be 16,000 by 2,000, which will be equal to 8 rupees. So cost price will be 8 rupees. So he buys the bread for 8 rupees per packet and sells it at 10 rupees per packet. Now, if the cost price of each packet increases by X, that means cost price will be, now new cost price will be 8 plus X. And the selling price of each packet can be increased to 2x, increased by 2x. That means selling price will become 10 plus 2x. And also by increasing this, he will lose customers to 200x customers. So the customers will be left will be 2000 minus 200x. Let's say the profit be P, and if you calculate the profit, which will be equal to selling price of each packet minus cost price of each packet times number of customers, like number of packets he sold. Now P of X will be, our new selling price will be 10 plus 2x, new cost price will be 8 plus x, and the customers left will be 2000 minus 200x. If we simplify this, we will get a quadratic equation. P of X is equal to 4000 plus 1600x minus 200x. So for the maximum profit occurs at the vertex point. So in order to find that vertex point, it occurs at x is equal to minus b by 2a. So here b is 1600, a is minus 200. Or b is 1600, a is minus 200. So if we substitute it here, we get at x is equal to 4, the maximum profit occurs. And for so we got the value of x now. So the cost price per packet will be 8 plus 4, which is 12. Sale price per packet will be 8 plus 2 times 4, which will be 18. The customer he loses is 200x. 200 times 4, which is 800. And the maximum profit will be equal to 4000 plus 1600x minus 200x. If we substitute the value of x as 4, we get 7200. Therefore, the maximum difference in profit, we can also calculate the maximum difference in profit. So we usually get 4000, but we can get 7200 profit if we increase, if the value of x is 4. That means if cost price of a packet is increased to 12 and sale price is increased to 18, even though if he loses 800 customers, he will get a profit of 7200. So if you subtract these two, the maximum difference can be 3200 rupees. So let's get back to the option. So option 1 says for the maximum profit per day, cost price is rupees 12 per packet. Yes, this is true. Next option, for the maximum profit per day, cost price is rupees 4 per packet. This is false because it should be increased by 4. So this is false. For the maximum profit per day, the sale price increases by rupees 4 per packet. No, because the sale price is initially the sale price is 10 and it is increased to 18. That means 8 rupees per packet is increased. So this is false. For the maximum profit per day, Raghav will lose 400 customers. This is also false. He will lose 800 customers. The maximum difference in profit per day could be rupees 3,200. Yeah, this is also we calculated and this is true. Last option. The maximum difference in profit per day could be rupees 7,200. No, difference is not 7,200. The maximum profit per day can be 7,200. Maximum difference can be only 3,200. So this is false. Let's come to the numerical answer type questions. A farmer has a wire of length 576 meters. He uses it to fence his rectangular field to protect it from animals. If he fences his field with 4 rounds of wire and the field has a maximum area possible to accommodate such a fencing, what is the area in square meters of the field? So let's draw a rectangle with length L and width M. Like this. Now the perimeter of the rectangle will be L plus M plus L plus N, which is 2 times of L plus N. We were given that 576 meters of wire is used to fence the field 4 rounds. That is nothing but 4 times of perimeter will be equal to 576. That is 4 times of perimeter is 2 times L plus M, which will be equal to 576. This implies 8 times of L plus M is equal to 576, which gives us by simplifying, and finally we get M in terms of L as M is equal to 72 minus L. Also, we were given that the field has maximum area to accommodate such a fencing. Therefore, we know that area of the field is length into width. If we substitute M in terms of L, we get A is equal to L times M is 72 minus L. So, which gives us 72L minus L square. This is a quadratic equation and maximum value will be at minus B square by 4A plus C. Here if you observe, B is 72. This is B. And A is minus 1. And C is equal to 0. So A is minus 1. B is 72. And C is equal to 0. If you substitute these values here, we get maximum area as minus 72 square by 4 times into minus 1 plus 0, which gives a simplification. We get 1296 square meters. Last question of this assignment. Consider the quadratic function f of x is equal to x square minus 2x minus 8. 2 points P and Q are chosen on this curve such that they are 2 units away from the axis of the symmetry. R is the point of the intersection of axis of symmetry and the x-axis, and S is the vertex of the curve. Based on this information, answer the following. What is the height of triangle PQR taking PQ as the base? What is the height of triangle PQS taking PQ as the base? So let's get into the solution for this. We were given the quadratic function as f of x is equal to x square minus 2x minus 8. Let's look at a rough diagram to get a clear understanding. Now let's try to plot this P, Q, R and S points. Okay. If we see here, P and Q are chosen on the curve f of x such that they are 2 units away from the axis of symmetry. Let's find the axis of symmetry first. For this, f of x is equal to x square minus 2x minus 8 curve, axis of symmetry will be at x is equal to minus b by 2a. And if you observe here, value of b will be minus 2. and value of A will be 1. So x is equals to 1 is the axis of symmetry, and 2 units away from this will be x is equals to 3 and x is equals to minus 1. See, this is x is equals to 1 and 2 units away from this will be x is equals to 3, that is 1 plus 2 which gives us 3, and 1 minus 2 which gives us minus 1. This will be another line. So as P and Q are 2 units away and on the curve, these will be the P and Q. Now R is the point of intersection of axis of symmetry and x-axis. If you see in the graph, axis of symmetry is x is equals to 1 and x-axis is this. So point of intersection will be this 1, 0. Finally, let's point S. S is the vertex of the curve. So S will be vertex of the curve. If you calculate by substituting x is equals to 1 in the curve, we will get f of x is equals to minus 9. So the point of S will be 1, minus 9. Similarly, if you substitute x is equals to 3, we get f of x is equals to minus 5, and we can get point Q as 3, minus 5. Also, if you substitute minus 1, we are going to get minus 5. Point P will be minus 1, minus 5. Now we have plotted all the points P, Q, R and S, and we are ready to answer now. So part A, we have asked this: what is the height of triangle PQR taking PQ as the base? See, this will be the triangle PQR. This is the triangle PQR. And observe that PQ is parallel to x-axis. So height of this triangle is nothing but the distance between these two lines. Y is equals to 0 and y is equals to minus 1. Y is equals to 0 and y is equals to minus 5. And the distance will be equal to distance between these two parallel lines will be the height of this triangle, which is nothing but 0 minus 5, which gives us 5 units. So answer to our first question is 5 units. Part B is: what is the height of triangle PQS taking PQ as the base? See, this will be the triangle PQS. And height of this triangle will be this distance. So this distance can be calculated by distance between this line and this line, which is y is equal to minus 9. So distance between these two parallel lines will be minus 5 minus 9. Minus 5 minus 9, which gives us 4. So the answer to our second part will be 4 units. Thank you.